Guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I wanted to share my Boxy Charm with you guys. So what I typically do with my Boxy Charm is I will review the previous month's box of products, and then I will show you the products that are in this month's box. So anyway, so the last month's products are in my little drawer here, so I typically put them in one of these little plastic drawers so that way there I can utilize them throughout the month. I can tell you that I feel like last month's box was pretty much a win. There are a few things that are a little bit, they're kind of off for me. They're not bad, but they're just kind of off for me. So let's get started with the things that I feel like were not the best. So we'll start with the Pur palette. So the Pur Sculptor Palette. The Pur Sculptor Palette I thought was going to be a complete fail when I opened this because the colors in here are fairly dark, and so for me they just were not too good for my skin tone. So I feel like they're better suited for someone with a deeper skin tone. However, the highlighters in here, I feel like the highlighters are very, very good. The highlighters are beautiful. So I'm going to swatch these for you guys so you can see the color tones and everything. They are named like the original. This one is called the Originator. And then we have the Inventor, we have the Trailblazer, and the Founder. So I'll do the highlights first and then we'll do the bronzers. So we have the Originator and then the Trailblazer. Both of these are so beautiful into the skin. I think they look really lovely, and they don't accentuate too much of like fine lines and details like that. So I think these are beautiful. They're not super silky and buttery or anything, but they just look really nice on the skin. I like that there's two different tones too. Like you have a little bit more of a cooler tone and a little bit more of a warmer tone. So they're going to work with both skin tones. I like that they did it that way. Now we have the Inventor and the Founder. So these are both of the sculptor type of products. So these are pretty deep. You can tell just by my swatches here. So there is that one, and here's the other one. So you can see these are very deep for my skin tone. I cannot use these to contour with or to bronze or anything with, honestly, because they're just too deep. Even going in with a very light hand, I felt like I had an issue trying to get them to blend out. They're not that they're hard to blend out. It's just that they're so pigmented, it's a lot to blend out. So for me, this was not a win for me. I don't think that this is something that I will be using very often other than the highlights. And I know for me personally, I don't pick up a palette if it's only got a couple products that I like in it. I'd rather just pass this on to somebody else. So this is something that I'll probably end up passing on to somebody else that can utilize it a little bit more than I can. The next thing are the brushes. So actually, as far as it goes, like as far as like the good to the worst, this would be the next thing. So the brushes are nice, don't get me wrong. So they're not bad. I'm not saying they're bad whatsoever, but some of them are just something that I'm not going to use. So this one right here is like the bigger brush. This was worth, how much was this one worth? Again, that Pur palette, I don't think I told you the amount of that one. That one's $30. This brush right here is worth $27 is what they suggest for the price of it. It's a P12 brush. I really do like this for powders and stuff for the face. It's not like rough or anything on the skin. I have tried some brushes before you put them onto the skin and it feels like you're using a Brillo pad. They're nothing like that. They're very, very soft to the touch and everything. So I do think this brush is really good. So this one is actually worth using and everything like that. The two that I'm like, is the spoolie and this one right here. So this one right here is called the, it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you what it's called. But we have the spoolie brush right here. And then this one I think is supposed to be a brow brush. But this one, the brow brush, for this to be a brow brush, it's too thick. It's too wide this way. And then I just have a problem trying to do anything with this with my brows because it's too much, honestly. It's just too much. I feel like if they would have thinned out the brushes, like how many bristles are on here, it might have been a little bit better. But since it's so thick and so much detail to the brush, so there's so many like, what is it called? So many little hairs in there. I feel like it's just too hard to work with the brows, and I don't know any other way to utilize this. I tried utilizing it for like liner and things like that, but I still have problems with it. So this one for me is a kind of a fail. Then the spoolie brush. I feel like the spoolie brush is not bad, but when I put it to my brows, I feel like it's a little rough. It's not as soft as I would want it to be. So for me, I don't like to like put brushes through my hair where I feel like, again, that I'm using a Brillo pad on my face. I feel like this brush is just not my favorite as well. Now this one is a favorite. This one here is their, I guess it's a liner brush. I really do like this liner brush. It goes really well with the other product I sent in last month's box. I use this a lot. I love this liner brush. I know for me, when I use this liner brush, I have no problem trying to create a mini wing. I can't do a major wing or anything like that, but I can create a mini wing with this, which is great because that's something that I've never been able to create before, especially with using a potted liner. So I was really happy to get this, and I am going to be continuing to use this. Some of the other brushes, I'm going to start putting some of the things to the side that I'm not going to be keeping and just start keeping a little box, and then I'll tell you guys like, hey, at the end of the month, these are the things I'm kind of getting rid of, and these are the things that, and I'll tell you guys why they didn't work for me. So that's what I'm planning to do from here out. The next thing, as far as favorites go, would be this right here. So this is the third favorite, or third least favorite, I guess you could say. So this is the Longwear Matte Lip Gloss, and it's by the brand Beauty Creations. So now that there's nothing bad about this whatsoever, it smells really, really nice, but the only reason I don't like it is I'm not a huge matte lover fan. I don't like matte lipsticks. I think that they're just very uncomfortable in the lips. Now this one's not super uncomfortable, but I would say that it's not the most comfortable. I'd rather have a matte lipstick. I mean, not a matte lipstick, a cream lipstick by any means. I'm not a huge matte lip lover. The only reason mattes are good for is if you don't want it to be transferring outside of the line. Other than that, I feel like it's a beautiful shade. I think it works really well. It smells really, really good. So I think it is a good product, but it's just a matte, and I think we're all sick of matte lipsticks, are we not? The next thing that is, so now we're getting close to the favorites. This is the Cover FX Blurring Primer. I love this primer. I didn't think I'd like it because it's a blurring primer. I thought for sure it was going to kind of accentuate my dryness because I do have very dry skin. It does not accentuate my dry skin. It makes your pores literally look like you do not have any. Let's see if I can find, all right, so let's see if I can get my hand up close. So you can see, here's my hand. I'm gonna put it on. And then I'll see if you can tell. I don't know if my camera is going to be able to pick up as much detail or not. But if you can tell, when you put this on, it literally blurs out your pores onto your skin, onto your hand, wherever you're putting it at. It literally blurs it out. I love this primer. It's not a silicone-y type of primer to where I put it on and I feel like it's going to peel up my foundation or anything like that. It's not hydrating either. It's like right in between. So I think this is... I think it's a really good primer. It's running away. I think it's a really good primer, so I am excited to have that. I don't know if I tell you the price on the brushes, all the rest of the other. The 3 set was $45. The liquid lipstick is 10 bucks, so it's not expensive in my opinion. As far as the Cover FX primer, that's $38. I would personally pay $38 for that primer if I had tried it out beforehand like I have now. So now that I know how good it is for my dry skin, that's something I know personally I would purchase. The next thing is my most favorite thing out of the box. I love this product, but there is a flaw about it. I will tell you the flaw. So this is the Pretty Vulgar. This is called the Ink Blackest Liner. It's a gel liner. So I love this liner for a couple reasons. I love the container. The container itself is just really, really cute. I think that's super adorable. I was going to say stupid adorable. I have no idea where that word came from. So anyway, I think this primer, oh my gosh, I think this liner is really good. The container is very beautiful. I like that it looks like a little ink, like an ink pot. I wish it would have came with a, instead of this liner brush, I wish it would have come with one that looked like the feather. That would have been really cool, but it didn't, and that's okay. I think you can purchase like a liner brush that looks like this off of the internet somewhere, I'm sure. That's what I'm planning to do, just to keep it on my desk and have a little brush liner thing. I think that would be really cool. The other thing about this is I feel like this goes on effortlessly. I don't feel like it drags or anything like that. I feel like it just goes on very smoothly. I can, of course, like I said, create a wing with this, and that's something that I've not ever been able to do with a potted liner. I usually have issues with that, so very happy with this. The two things I don't like about it, I feel like it's already drying out. I feel like this is drying out very quickly, and I feel like it's drying out more quickly than I thought it would, and I don't know why. I don't know if this like little lid is not sealing as tight as it should, or if it's because there's a lot of space of air in between. I don't know if you can tell or not, but the liner itself is pretty far down into there. So I don't know why, but I feel like this is drying out really bad already. And like I said, I feel like the other issue is that the liner is really far down into there. So when you're dipping your brush, it's hard to see if you're actually touching the liner or not. So you're putting your brush in and you're like, okay, am I in the liner yet or not? So it's just really hard to tell. So for me, I think those are the two flaws for it. Other than that, I feel like it's a really great product. Hopefully it doesn't dry out too quickly. If it does, I do have some little drops that I can put in to kind of help soften it back up a little bit, because I'm hoping it doesn't dry out too quickly, because I love that product. That product itself is, let's see, $24. So personally, I would definitely pay $24 for that. So all in all, I feel like it was a great box for last month. If I saw that box sitting on a shelf for $21, would I purchase it? Absolutely. I absolutely would have purchased that. So let's get into the June box. So the June box is right here. I already have it opened. I lost the card. I already have it open for us. So here's the little card that comes in here, and here's what you get inside. I love how good they are packaging things now. I love that they put like the little foam here, and then the foam kind of folds over, kind of like clamshell. It's really protecting everything inside of here. I think they're doing an excellent job of packaging everything up. So kudos to you, Boxy Charm, because you're doing an excellent job of protecting the products. So the card itself is right here. Like I said, it does fold out. So it's going to list all your products that come inside of your box. So we're going to discuss these, and then if I've ever tried any of these products before, I can let you guys know that as well. The first thing I'm pulling out are some brushes, and these are by Luxe. So these are Luxe brushes, and I have tried lots of Luxe brushes. Actually, Luxe brushes were introduced to me through a subscription box service. So I have gotten most of my brushes from Luxe from subscription boxes, as well as Ipsy deals. Ipsy deals, you can find some really great sales on like the brushes for the Luxe brushes. I did purchase a set of brushes, the Madison Miller brushes from SL Miss Glam. I know that's not Luxe, but they're very comparable in my opinion. However, the SL Miss Glam ones, near the bottom where the brush is, for some reason it's all turning yellow. So I think I like Luxe better. So these are pink at the bottom, so they're very nice. We have a duo fiber brush, we have a precision foundation brush, and a tapered highlighter brush. So I'm excited about the tapered highlighter brush because I love highlighter brushes. Mine's a little wonky right now, so I'm going to have to try to wash it and see if I can reshape it, because right now it doesn't look like that's not what it's supposed to look like, I'm sure. Then we have the duo fiber brush. I think this one's very thin, so this might be good for like blending out like a more concentrated blush. So we'll have to see. Again, it's a little cattywampus right now because I think it just needs to be washed and trying to reform it. And then we have the precision foundation brush. I don't typically use a brush for foundation just because I feel like with my dry skin, I don't think it looks the best, but that's just me in my opinion. So I'll have to try all these out and see how good they are. It says this is a Luxe 3-piece flawless complexion brush set. Precision foundation brush 660. With less bristle density, this brush is perfect for applying both powder and liquid foundations to create a soft diffused makeup look. A tapered highlighting face brush. This fluffy tapered brush allows you to seamlessly apply your favorite powder highlighter to the high points of your face or set under your eye makeup. That would be nice for under there too. The Duo Fiber Powder Brush. Use this ultra soft Duo Fiber brush to apply cream or powder makeup for a softer, flawless look. Again, I think the Duo Fiber one is going to be perfect for like blushes that are very pigmented, that you want to go in very light-handed with. So it says the manufacturer's suggested retail price for these is $42. So, and that's about right for Luxe, because Luxe is a more expensive brand for brushes. But like I said, if you can find, most of the time you're going to find that you can get a lot of those brushes in subscription boxes. So that's a great way. If you don't have a lot of brushes, this is a great way to kind of build your collection of brushes. The next thing I see inside of here comes in this white little box right here. That's really cute. I'm not sure. Actually, I do know what this is. I've had these before. These are the Battington lashes. I don't wear lashes, but this is maybe a good way to try. It says, if all else fails, bat your lashes. So there's what they look like. I will read what it says about those. It says the 3D multi-layered Battington Monroe silk lashes enhance your look with moderate length. Adding a volume and length to your lashes, they're They're handmade with 100% silk and impressive durability, allowing up to 25 applications with proper care. It says they're $28. So 25 applications, that's not too shabby, because that would be right around $1 something per use. So that's pretty cool. The next thing I see inside of here is something from Girlactik. So this is another matte lip. So excited. So this is a Girlactik Lip Paint. So here's what it looks like. It's in the shade Blossom. So let's give her a swatch and let's see what it smells like. Oh, it smells really, really good. It smells creamy, almost powder-like. Ooh, it's very creamy and moussey. That's a pretty color too, guys. That's a really pretty, like, summer color. I might have to try this one out too, or like today, to see if it looks good with my white shirt and everything. I think a white shirt with a red lip or a darker lip looks always does look good. So let's see what this says. It says, apply this richly pigmented lip paint onto your lips. Within 1 minute, it will dry down to a beautifully matte color that will be noticeably dramatic without dryness or flaking. It says these are $23 each. So let's put a little bit on and see how quickly it takes for it to dry. So let's put some here. And we're going to see if it dries and see if it smudges or anything. We're going to check that out. So we're going to leave it set. The next thing is this right here. This is the Jonteblu. So this is a charcoal eye pencil. So this is a 912 charcoal. Oh, it's gray. So it's a gray pencil. So there's what the color looks like. It's definitely like, it's like a smoke shade. So let's see what it says about this. It says Jonteblu waterproof eyeliner pencil. This 100% vegan waterproof eyeliner pencil glides on smoothly for an elevated eye look. Use along the upper lash line or the waterline. It says it's $5. That's a good deal. It's not bad at all, honestly, because most things you get in these subscription boxes, I feel like they really mark them up, and they didn't for this one, so that's pretty impressive. The next thing is a small little dude, and this is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. He's so tiny. Look how tiny this is, guys. Let me show you a comparison. So here is your travel size typically for the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream, right? So there's that one. Let's stick that one together. So here's the one you're getting in the Boxycharm. Here is the original one, so the one that you would get if you purchase the regular size. So do you see how tiny this little guy is? Like, he is so tiny. I really think they could have gone with putting a travel size in there. Let's see. No, honestly, they couldn't. They couldn't. So I guess that's why they gave us this little tiny one. So I don't know how, I don't have to open this to smell it, because as you can tell, I'm already a huge Brazilian Boom Boom lover. I love that Boom Boom cream. I think it's really, really good. It smells absolutely amazing. I don't know that I see any kind of dramatic changes with my skin or like the tone or the firmness or anything like that, but I do know that it makes me feel good about myself when I wear it, because it gives you your body a little bit of a shimmer. Nothing like, you know, you're gonna go outside looking like Edward Cullen's or anything like that, but you're gonna have a little bit of shimmer so that it kind of like reflects off and makes your skin look a little bit more perfected. So I am excited to have this because beach season is almost here. The last thing in my box I am super duper excited about. This is the Alamar. Is it Alamar? Am I pronouncing that wrong? Alamar. Reina del Caribe? Caribe? I don't know that I pronounced that correctly or not. So I'll have to get my son, who does take Spanish classes, I'll have to get him to pronounce that for me. So here's what it looks like on the inside. This is absolutely spectacular. Look how pretty these colors are. This looks like summertime in a palette. Oh my gosh. And since I will be having vacation before I do this next video for you guys, I will be taking this with me on vacation, because that looks like vacation. Do you guys agree? Those colors are absolutely beautiful. What color for me out of all of these that speaks to me the most is this one right here. So Celia speaks to me. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's so pretty. Oh, that is gorgeous. I cannot wait to put that on my eyes. Oh my goodness, that is so, so pretty. So this is a really beautiful looking palette. Hopefully it performs just as beautifully as it looks. This palette features 8 highly opaque shadows, reminiscent of the beauty and culture of Cuba. Divine into the pigments and pearls found in the intense metallics, or ground your look with the warm richness of the creamy mattes. For a more intense application, refer to the shade names that feature a water droplet, can be used with a wet brush on the sun symbol for application with a dry brush. What? Oh, that is really cool. So the ones with the little water droplet, you can use those with wet brushes. That's these 4 here. And then these 4 at the bottom, use with a dry brush. So basically the shimmery ones you can use with a wet brush to intensify the shimmer. And then these at the bottom are like your matte shades that you use with a dry brush. That's really cool that they did that. So it's a neat little feature that they added onto this. So I'm excited about this. It says, inspired by the beauty and rich culture of Cuba, the birthplace of Alamar, featuring 8 intensely pigmented shades, ranging from delicate shimmers, high shine metallics, and velvety mattes. So it says this is the volume 1. So I'm assuming they must be coming out with more, which is really exciting. So I'm super duper excited about playing with this. And how much was that palette? $28. That is not bad at all, and I think that's a fantastic deal. So all in all, I'm super excited about the June box. I think the June box looks like it's going to be really fun to play with. Especially, like I said, that palette's going to be really fun to take to the beach with me. I am going to try lashes, guys. I will try these. Especially, I think I'm going to try to do my video of the little beauty tricks and hacks or whatever. The beauty techniques that scare me. And these will probably be the lashes that I try out. The only thing I wish they would have given us some lash glue. That would have been really good if they would have given us some lash glue too, because I mean, not all of us have lash glue, right? That would have been a little bit helpful. Let's see how this matte lipstick did. Okay, it definitely turned matte, but it's definitely not like gonna stay. It's moving around big time. Like, it's not kiss proof or anything like that. So we'll have to give that a little bit more of a shot on my lips. It doesn't stain too badly either, which to me shows me it's not going to stay on my lips very long. So we'll have to give it a shot and see. I don't know about it right now. But anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your opinions on BoxyCharm. Do you get BoxyCharm? What was your favorite item? Is it your first time trying out the Boom Boom Cream? If it is, let me know. What do you think of the scent of it? Because I'm telling you. Oh, this one's not even open. I need to grab one of mine that are open. Oh my gosh, it's so intoxicating. That scent is just absolutely spectacular. I don't know about you guys, but this scent is like, oh, so good. So good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.